Floyd and he was me,
yeah,
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Difference here is you quit with punchers, bro. Did you quit with with Tank?
I didn't quit, bro.
You did quit.
I had a broken rib.
You had a
Everybody
broken
knows that.
rib?
I had a broken rib. I was dehydrated as I was weak as
So I was dehydrated with Tank too.
Like I said, you haven't been the same since though.
What have you done? You look like
I took a shot.
and you look like with Devin.
And I beat both of them.
You look
So
like
if I look like, but you got knocked out looking for Easter eggs with Isaac Cruz talking about Happy Resurrection Day, bro. You didn't even know where you were at, bro, after the fight.
Happy Easter, everybody, you guys. Jesus was resurrected. I'll be back. I want to tell everybody Happy Easter and thank you for supporting me and following me.
He beat you that bad. Do you think?
Bro, look up the damn Easter. I thought everybody was.
Bro, you were looking for Easter eggs in the ring, though. You was out there everywhere, bro. You weren't there, bro. So if you say I look like I won, though.
You look like
I won, though.
But how did you win?
I won, though.
How did you win?
Knocked out Duarte.
It's not on your record.
I knocked out Duarte.
It's not on your record.
I knocked out Duarte.
You can't.
Him being a bitch and suing and trying to go for the
you came
and trying to overturn.
But you weren't even a professional.
I couldn't even make the weight. I couldn't make the weight.
You couldn't make the weight.
I couldn't make the weight.
You couldn't make the weight. You couldn't make the weight.
I'm 147 now for a reason, right?
I'm 147 for a reason. Okay, I moved
that
up.
makes no sense.
Yeah, that's how you start the stream. Oh man, y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel on the way in, man. Turn your notifications on. We gonna have us a good build. This was fun. This was entertaining. Interesting fight card tonight, man. Interesting fight card, man. Let's run the lights up. My guy 704 Joe. Fly Frequency, what's good with it? I already know it was coming. Big Keith, what's good with it? Reef. Big bro out the dog. Ostrey making a difference. Yeah, they gonna kill him now though. Jonathan 97 2 cents. What it do, homie? Damon, what's good with it? Dink in the building. USA, what's good, fam? Paid in full in the building. Yeah, Tio look good. Dad won, but I didn't like the performance. So we gonna get into all this. Jordan, what it do? Fate, my guy. Happy Easter. 704. He said Devin was boxing. Yeah, he was. Day was good with it, bro. How y'all feeling, man? smash the like button for your boy for this late build. We're gonna build on it. This was a good fight card. Lee, what's good with it, bro? This was a good fight. Teal looked smooth tonight, man. His movement and all. Yeah, man. And let's talk about it. Teofimo opened the night up. With his fight, him and Arnold Barbosa. And tonight went almost how I thought it would go. I thought Teo, his speed and his athleticism was going to be an issue for Barbosa, and it was all night. Barbosa fought at the wrong range. He didn't take enough chances. He just didn't fight with a sense of urgency, knowing that he was down behind rounds. He kept fighting every round the same, losing. He tried in some spots. He had little moments here or there. He had a really good moment. I think it was the 8th round where he landed a right hand. I forget what round. I think it was the 8th, but he landed a really good right hand. But that was the best punch he landed all night. He just didn't have the answers. Teo was way too athletic, too fast. The speed caused problems for him. He just couldn't get a beat on him. You know what I'm saying? Teo was moving. He was boxing, having fun. That's how Teo looked when he in his bag, bro. He pretty much dominated Barbosa. To be honest with you, CJ, what it do? Shout out to my homie Dub. What's good with it, Dub? How you feeling, bro? What's good with it? I'm telling you, man. I'm happy for Rolly. Yeah, man. Teo got no power now. Teo is just fighting. You know, I mean, I just don't think he's a puncher at 40. But I don't think he don't got no power. I'll never say that. He definitely got some power, because if he ain't had power, Arnold Barbosa would have took more chances. You got to look at it like that. Maybe is he as explosive as he was at 35? Absolutely not. I've always said that. And I think the record at 140 would suggest the same. So I don't think I'm just saying it. But I think he can crack. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got enough crack to make you respect him. And Barbosa definitely respected him, because like I said, if he didn't, he would have took more chances. Drew Division, what it do, homie? Dante's boxing talk. What's good, homie? Yeah, Teo bounced, but he boxed well all night. He boxed really well. He boxed consistently. He was in his bag, bro. He was comfortable. The Butcher was good with it. What's going on with it? Yeah, man. We're gonna get to all of this, man. But Teo, he went out there and he performed. I wasn't surprised at all. I did think Arnold Barbosa would make it a bit more competitive, but he just was unwilling to take the chances necessary to win the fight. He did not want to take the chances, and it is what it is. He got outboxed. He didn't make any adjustments. He lost pretty much every round the same to me. You get what I'm saying? Said, dog, Rolly is now Boots Mando. That is wild, nasty work, man. Barbosa don't got power either. Not Barbosa. Listen, I gotta put this out. Look, man, look. I get it, yo. Barbosa is not a puncher, but I would beg anybody to reconsider saying a grown man that's trained and in shape can't punch or don't got power. He's not a puncher within the sport of boxing. By the standards, he's not a puncher by any stretch of the imagination. But them dudes are grown men with them 8-ounce gloves. That shit don't feel good at all. You get what I'm saying? Notice fighters will say that shit every now and again, but the reality of it is nobody likes to get punched in the face. That shit don't feel good. So, you know, Barbosa, we all know, with the 11 knockouts and 30 plus wins, of course, he ain't no puncher by any standards, right? By any stretch of the imagination. But nobody likes to get punched in the face. I'm telling you, that shit don't feel good. It just don't. You know what I'm saying? So, Teofimo, the thing with him that people don't mention enough, see, because we like to highlight what we feel like a fighter ain't or what he don't got, right? But what Teofimo does have is a shit ton of athleticism. He got speed and he got boxing ability. The kid can box. So despite him not being the same exact, like his punches not having the same impact they did at 35, he has enough boxing ability to be able to outbox guys. And he still can crack you. Don't let Teofimo hit you with the right shot. He can hurt you. I know he could. It's just you in there with, you know, you just ain't that explosive guy, but you know, a good shot is a good shot. You know, he hit Barbosa with some shots I know he definitely felt. So nah, man, I don't buy this whole, I'm not one of those guys that like to say dudes don't got power, right? They're just not big punchers and shit like that. But you know, dude, catch you with the right shot, they get you out of there. You know what I'm saying? So Teofimo, man, it was his night. He was in his bag. He was showboating. He was just having fun. You know what I'm saying? It looked like vintage Teofimo, right? Like that's smooth performance. Just controlled the pace of the fight. He picked his shots. He boxed when he wanted to box, mixed it up when he wanted to mix it up. It just was his fight to lose, and he put it on Barbosa early, man. He let Barbosa know from the rip that he wasn't gonna win this fight. He never gave this dude a chance to win. He never was in the fight. He never was winning. He never was controlling the rounds. He just had little moments sprinkled out throughout the fight, but none of it was enough. It wasn't consistent. Teofimo was far more consistent as a performer, and it showed. And hey, man, let's listen. Let's give Teofimo some credit, right? You know where I'm not just for the win, right? We kind of knew he was going to win. We kind of knew. Uncle Rick, what it do, man? Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was sharp. JC, what it do, homie? How you feeling? He said that car was poop. Hey, he feeling it? Pulled up in the Baltimore and got the belt. A Batmobile, yeah. I gave him points for the Batmobile too. He bugged out. We're gonna get to his ass, but I just want to go in the order that the action was presented to us. So Teofimo, like I said, y'all, let's give Teofimo some credit. Let's give Teofimo some credit. Why? Look, this is where I'm going with this. This is why I'm going to give Teofimo credit. He had multiple opportunities before this point to fight Arnold Barbosa. He had multiple points, multiple opportunities where if he actually wanted to fight this dude, he could have, right? It was a consensus out there that Teofimo was ducking Barbosa. Now, I never wanted to say that. I always say he should just fight him and get it over with because it is a guy that I think he can beat. But is it a reason he's staying away from him? And we're going to find out when they fight, right? But let's give Teofimo some credit, man, because I think he played the long game when it pertains to this fight. And let me tell you what I mean. Like I said, he had multiple opportunities where he could have fought this dude, and he never did, right? So much so that it had people thinking that Teofimo was scared to fight Arnold Barbosa, right? And he was ducking. Nah, what Teofimo did was fight other guys that he could beat, fight other winnable fights. This is just my opinion. Meanwhile, Barbosa continued to win. Then he fought him where it made sense. Let him build his record up. 30-plus wins. You get what I'm saying? Everybody looked at him as a credible opponent. The closest, most competitive fight on the card, right? Just a valid challenger. They really thought that if any upset could happen, that it could be that fight. Teofimo had everybody fooled, man, or a lot of people fooled. He chose not to fight that dude, fought him at a time where it made sense, and it worked out for him. And now it's like you can't take nothing from him and say, oh, well, that's not a good win. No, it's a very good win. The performance is even better. You know what I mean? Than the win itself, because Barbosa ain't the biggest name, but he's a credible opponent, and you got to give the winner, which is Teofimo, credit. He approached the fight the right way. He was in shape. He handled business, bro. He did everything he was supposed to do to get that dub, man. His pops had a funny moment. He fell into the ring, and after the first round, that was funny. But look, I gotta give him some credit, yo. He thought this one through, man. He knew that at some point he was going to fight Barbosa, and I feel like he just allowed him to pick up wins until a moment like this, and there you go. Boom. You fought him. He dominated him. Barbosa won a couple rounds, if anything. He really just didn't have that much to offer. Teofimo was way too athletic and way too fast for him. You get what I'm saying? And much more versatile and creative with his offense. He just couldn't get a read on Teofimo at all consistently. Outside of a couple punches at a time, he was unable to really mount any type of consistent offense whatsoever. It wasn't his night at all. All the credit goes to Teofimo. Well played, sir. Well played, young man. If you just focus on the stuff that he's been showing us lately with he just want to be silly, and you want to put the mask on, and you want to be a character and dress funny. You want to dress like an athletic farmer. I don't know what he was going for, but doing that kind of shit will get the heat off you. Doing that kind of shit and then going out there performing the way you did will give people respecting you the way you're supposed to get respect. You get what I'm saying? That racist stuff, that shit ain't gonna fly. So I hope he's able to learn from this current situation right here that he manifesting. This is a really good win. If he's smart, he'll build off this and take the next best fight available to him, whether that's a fight at 140 or if he really gonna do what he said at the end of the fight, because he had a little time to speak.
At 140, I've been at this weight for some time now, but we'll talk about me and my team growing up, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the Ring Magazine champion at 140, but we know who you've been calling for, and that's Boots Ennis at 147. Are we going to see that next?
You know me, guys. I go after the tough challenges, and yeah, definitely Turkey Al Sheet, His Excellency, and to everybody, the Zone. And to Matchroom, Golden Boy, Top Rank, everybody that's played a part of this, definitely I want to see Boots. I'm Dora the Explorer, and I'm looking for Boots.
He corny but funny. Joe was good with it. That man said, I'm Dora the Explorer, and I'm looking for Boots. Creole the Traveler, man, all things was good. Shout out to Joe, man. So look, well played by Teofimo. He bought himself some time. He fought other winnable fights. He let Arnold Barbosa win some meaningful fights, build up the most momentum he's had in his career, and then he came in like a scavenger, like a true fighter, and took all his momentum, stopped him dead in his tracks. He didn't stop him per se in the fight, but he thoroughly outboxed him. He outclassed him. Some people say he didn't show separation. I think he shows separation, right? I think it was another level that he could have went to had he really pushed it, but he just, he gave us what he gave us, and I ain't mad at it. It was a clean performance. It was pretty convincing. He won comfortably. He had fun in there tonight, man. Those type of performances you can't really shit on, right? No knockout, no knockdowns, but definitely some good shots landed, some good boxing, consistent boxing from Tio. It's just hard to shit on him, It's hard. It's hard. You go out there and perform like that and be at the top of his game, I think that people will rock with him. You know what I mean? Strap season boxing, what it do? Old Money Swag, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Damn, for the peeps, I'll catch up some. Shout out to you, bro. Jitterbug said, now that the circus is over, time for the real deal boxers, Canelo and Inoue. I thought of some real deal boxers fought tonight, man. Devin fight showed that you're not the same at the Ryan. We're gonna get to him in a second though, but Teofimo, he did what I believed he could do, and he was focused. He showed you he was focused for this fight. He was in shape. And he just picked his shots all night, fought at the range he wanted to fight at. He attacked when he wanted to. He disengaged when he wanted to. It just was his night. You get what I'm saying? It was his night. He was in his bag. It was the cleanest performance, I think, out of all of them. So if you got to give it to Tio, I think he had the best performance of the night. And I think he had the most competitive fight on paper, at least, right? From what the people would think. So credit to him, man. Credit to Tio. Shout out to him. That's how you got to do it, Tio. Stay on the shit that you on. I don't care how many Hannibal Lecter masks you wear, Nacho Libre, whoever you was trying to impersonate. That's cool. Do all of that. Dress up like the athletic farmer. Whatever it is that you into, do that shit. That's funny. That's cool. You Dora the Explorer. You looking for Boots. I'm cool with all of that. Do all of that type of shit, and I think people could rock with you. You know what I mean? The other route is going to get you hated, and people like me going to be sitting on the sideline hoping that you lose. But even though I was rooting for Barbosa, I made it clear. I'm on record saying it. Teofimo was going to win this fight. Two deciding factors: that speed and that athleticism. It was a problem the entire night, and Arnold Barbosa had no answers. He couldn't make no adjustments and none of that. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. He couldn't get to the. He couldn't get to the. He couldn't get his offense on track. He couldn't do nothing with Tio. So he showed that it was a level a separation between them. I think I at least seen that tonight. So credit to Barbosa, man. Back to the drawing board for him, but good win for Teo. I think he had the best win of the night. And now, you know, shout out to Teo, shout out to Teo Senior, man. They got it done. Crucial content. What it do? John Wick was good, man. Now we got to talk about the next fight up, man. The next fight up, you know, it was Jose Ramirez and Devin the Dream Haney. I've been on record saying Haney was going to win this fight. He was going to win a UD. Say he was going to box Ramirez. I even went as far as saying he was going to step on Ramirez. I was almost all the way right. He handled Ramirez. He boxed him. He won a UD. He won the fight. But he ain't step on him. Nah, he ain't step on him. He ain't step on him at all, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he didn't come close to stepping on him. Fact, man, he might have put a couple scratches on him, but he ain't really do no stepping tonight, respectfully. I'm still rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? I stand on what I said, but you know, a lot of my confidence, our coach Robert Garcia. Yeah, you can say that, but I just don't think Robert Garcia got much of a vehicle, L-Dub, that he was working with, because that's like the third time in a row I've seen him lose a fight the very same way. Ramirez is cooked. I think it's safe to say that. But the bigger story is Devin Haney. Look, a lot of the way I felt about how he was going to perform, a lot of what I based it on was me feeling like he was going to bounce all the way back. He was going to be, you know, his regular old self. Nah, that's not that. Devin Haney looked unsettled in the ring. He looked timid to me. He fought very cautious and timid, like very tentative, right? Some could even say that he ran, right? Because you know these new boxing fans, all that moving he did a lot of moving. He didn't really control center ring like the boxer that he was known to be. Like he was the boss in that fight with Regis, and he let it be known. Shout out to William Old School. He let it be known very early, that he was the boss in that fight. I noticed a totally different guy in front of him, but bro, he was every bit as cooked as Regis. Respect to all of these guys. I'm not slighting them, bro. That's the third fight in a row I've seen Jose Ramirez go out there and just get outboxed. Don't throw no punches and just follow his guy around the ring while getting outboxed. Devin Haney had a cooked fighter in front of him. He was super gun shy. He was hesitant. He was timid. The jab wasn't on display. I remember I kept saying, I don't care if it got to be death by 1,000 jabs. Where the hell was the 1,000 jabs? I'd have rather see him throw a whole bunch of jabs and stand his ground than fight the way he fought tonight. Jose Ramirez performance gave John look like a hater. yeah, he was way off, dub. And I kept saying it. They keep giving Ramirez credit for the guy that he was before he lost. He's no longer that guy anymore. That's not the same Ramirez that you in there with. But damn it, Devin Haney, you was unsettled. Your feet was all over the place. You didn't really. I don't know. I mean, you avoided the left hook. You avoided the left hook. Cash Sports. I guess that's a win, right? That's a win. He avoided the left hook, right? He neutralized Ramirez, but that's not saying much because he's been neutralized in his last 3 or so fights, right? He's been neutralized. Devin Haney, look, I know it's just only one fight back. I know it was a year off. I'm not trying to be overly tough on him. He got the job done. He won. He didn't take a lot of punishment, a lot of clean shots at all, but he didn't have a real threat in there. Jose Ramirez really didn't pose that much of a threat to Devin. And I felt like if he was the same exact fighter that he was before the Ryan Garcia situation, he would have picked up on that. He would have put a lot more leather. He would have put a lot more jabs, a lot more right hands on Jose Ramirez tonight. He would have. So I want to be clear. I'm not shitting on him because I don't do that. I'm very consistent. The man got the job done. It was good to see him get his hand raised after all the shit that he went through. He a clean fighter. He went up. He looked phenomenal. He looked like he was in phenomenal shape. This the biggest I've ever seen him. Like, he looked big. but he looked so timid, and it just didn't. The physique didn't match the temperament tonight, right? I'm not trying to say he was the ultimate warrior or something in there, right? Some bodybuilder, but he looked really healthy at the weight. He looked really healthy. It looked like the thoughts of what happened to him in that fight was on his mind. He wouldn't really pull the trigger. He was going like these big gaps without throwing no punches. And see, this is why I tell y'all, stop shitting on the other fighters, because it's when it's your time to get in there and perform and you don't do it, then what you got to say? All the people, you say these fighters be running, these dudes be scared, they don't throw punches, and then you get in there and you look like all the shit that you criticize the next fighter for. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm still rooting for him. I am. But I'm telling you right now, after the 36 minutes that I seen, hey, where my boy Joe at? Where my boy Joe at? That ain't the 36 minutes of hell that I had in mind, bro. He wasn't in hell tonight. Jose Ramirez, that was a glorified sparring match. I've seen more punishment dished out in sparring matches, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. So look, maybe he need more than one fight to bounce back. Is that possible? Because if you're thinking Ryan Garcia, and we're going to get to the main event in a second, but if you're thinking Ryan Garcia next after that 12 rounds, that's not a good idea, in my humble, honest opinion. If you are thinking about fighting Ryan Garcia next in October, that is absolutely a bad idea. That will be single-handedly the worst idea and the worst decision and choice you've made since fighting him the first time after he pulled out initially, right? Absolutely no way, shape, or form. And I'm telling you right now, I'm a supporter of his. I'm an advocate of his. Y'all heard me up here all week, building him up, telling you how he was going to step on Ramirez. He going to beat him convincingly. He's still the same exact guy. He going to be all right. I said all of this because I'm optimistic and I'm genuinely rooting for him. But I'm telling you right now, I'm speaking to the diehard Devin Haney fans, the guys that say that, yo, that's my favorite fighter. I'm telling you right now, if you telling me that you definitely think the right move to make after tonight is Ryan Garcia, you definitely don't like your fighter. You definitely don't like him. You don't care about him. I don't give a damn. Unless you think it's some type of money in it that he can cash out, that he ain't going to be able to make somewhere else, there's no reason for him to fight that fight next. I'm keeping it a buck. When I got that in my title, Haney UD, stay away from Ryan, I meant that. I'm basing that shit off what I seen tonight. And we could mix in what Ryan Garcia did tonight, and you still don't beat that guy. No, man. Rolly Romero had a very important ingredient that you don't possess, and that's fight-changing power. Rolly had fight-changing power. He landed that shit early in the second round. That shit tamed Ryan. He never was the same after that. It's much how when you, Ryan, caught Devin Haney and y'all fight early, and he never really recovered. He got a taste of his own medicine tonight with Rollies. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all know I'm an advocate of Devin Haney's, and I really rock with him. I want to see him be successful. But if you're talking about getting another win, Ryan Garcia needs to go on the back burner. Do not fight that guy in your next fight, because I didn't see anything tonight that would suggest that you're going to beat him. That's real shit. That's coming from somebody that really want to see you win and want to see you be successful. I want to see you bounce back and all that. But and again, the performance was cool for who you had in front of you. So I'm all about, bringing the necessary tools for the job. And tonight you brought the necessary tools for the job to beat Jose Ramirez. But if we're talking about Ryan Garcia in October, that is absolutely the worst decision that you can make. And that's coming from somebody that rock with you. I can't stress that enough. Fighting that dude next will only be a pride and an ego thing. And you can't base your career on pride and ego, bro. You can't. I ain't willing to say he's a shot fighter. I know people gonna go there. I'm not gonna say that. KO was good with it. I'm not gonna say it. NHA was good with Ace was good with it, fam. Shout out to my baby girl being a member for 29 long months. Duke was good with it, cuz. Shout out to Crucial Content. Everybody in the building. Y'all hit that like button. Shout out to KO, man. What's good with it? He said the car was trash. I get it, man. Devin fight was so boring. And you know, look, I'm not big on calling people boring. Rob, what it do, homie? I'm not trying to call him boring or nothing like that. But I said if you had to be boring, then be that and beat him. So if you had to be vanilla to beat this dude, beat him that way. But that was below Devin Haney's, standard. That wasn't a Devin Haney type performance. Pre Ryan Garcia, right? That he would have never threw that few punches, not let his hands go. He had like big gaps where he just wasn't letting nothing go. Ramirez was just standing in front of him. I told y'all he's a domesticated fighter now. That man got family, wife, kids, and stuff. He got shit to carry. He got shit to worry about. He no longer is the blood and guts warrior that he once was. Whatever bit of that he had left, Josh Taylor got that up out of him. Since he came back, he's been the same fighter, and that's not the same version that he left as. So he's just like 2 steps removed from where he once was. Devin Haney, respect to you, man. You got the job done. I love seeing you get your hand raised. It's some people that still got to eat some crow. It's some people that still got to eat some crow because they were saying you was going to get stopped, you was shot, you was going to lose. But it was a lot of people saying you was going to win, and I was one of them. So he went out there, he got that win. Impressive win. I mean, it's a good win. I ain't going to say impressive. Good win for him. Listen, man. Ryan Garcia not it. Hitman, what it do? Randall, what it do? Hitman ain't it, yo. I mean, Ryan Garcia ain't it. Put that on the back burner. If I'm Devin Haney, I try to find me another fight at 140 first. I mean, at 147 first. Devin versus Boots. KO wants to see a dead body. Hell nah. Anybody that says that, it definitely want him to go to the upper room because Boots nah. And look, bravo, Devin Haney. You got back in there after a year. You shook off whatever ring rust. You try to build your confidence back. This fight was supposed to be sort of like a confidence builder, get you back in the mix. I guess you could say you back in the mix. You done added another win to your resume. You done got you another bag. Cool JC was good with it. Boots Destroyed dead. Ryan and Teo, they all better leave him alone. But 147 is going to be really tough. Can Devin Haney be successful up at 147? Absolutely. But I said this even before this fight. I said this going into this division. Matchmaking could be his best friend or his worst enemy, depending on how he played. And for example, tonight's matchup was a great example of matchmaking. This was really good matchmaking. This should have happened, right? He should have fought this guy. He should have used this guy to get back. And this fight served this purpose, right? To kind of shake the cobwebs off any potential ring rust and get yourself back on the winning side of things. But in no way, shape, or form does this performance say go fight Ryan Garcia. If you really a fan of his, which I truly am, I'm a supporter of his, there's no way that's the next fight I want to see. But if that's what's next, then that's what's next. But that's not a good idea. Even with Ryan Garcia losing tonight. We're going to get to that in a minute because I know people about to cook him terribly. So, hey, look, respect to Devin Haney. I like seeing you win, but you still got some shaking back to do. If this was you being 2 or 3 times better than you've ever been, you in real trouble. And look, I'm not the toughest critic. I'm using their words. Shane Mosley was saying how he gonna be so much better. Devin Haney said you're just gonna be the best version of me you ever seen. And if this is in fact the best version of you we've ever seen, that's real trouble ahead, bro. It's gonna be really difficult to navigate those waters, those deep waters at 47. He's still a top fighter that's still yet to be disproven. But after this performance, I know people, it's hard to have the confidence that Ryan is the next step. I'm still rooting for Devin Haney. I'm still backing him. I picked him to win. I was glad that he won, but I'm just being genuine because I hear what they saying is next. So if I'm him, maybe I go back to the lab. We try to put that rematch off on hold. And look, look. At the end of the day, Ryan, you won your fight. Ryan Garcia just lost. So your blessing in disguise just came. Devin Haney, Team Haney, respect to y'all and everything you got going on. Use this as an opportunity to get another fight in before you fight him. I'm telling you. I know Ryan Garcia didn't look like the Ryan Garcia of old, and they gonna say, oh, it was all Osterine and PDs. I get it. I ain't even about to argue with nobody, especially with the information I know about Ryan personally. But I'm gonna just leave that there. But yeah, man, it's not a good look. Devin Haney, great win. Move on. You move on to the next. But I don't know if the October fight is Ryan. I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's just me being genuine. Hey, man, y'all talk to me, man. Where the Hanos clan at? How y'all feel about the performance tonight? Am I being too tough on him? Jay Grant, shout out to him. Nah, he really didn't get touched too much at all. Nah, he didn't. He say looking mid at opulent blessings, Brody. How you feeling? Say looking mid at 47. Yeah, I mean, look, y'all know I'm gonna eat. You know, I try not to be the toughest critic. I'm gonna be genuine though. I think the deep waters at 47 is gonna be extremely hard to navigate. I don't think nothing up there is gonna be easy. You got, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Hanos clan. Before we move on to the main event, y'all got to talk to me, man. One more punch I put. Talk to me, Jay. That's all I want to hear from the people. What y'all thought, man? I just thought he looked a little unsettled still. He still looked a bit unsettled. Maybe some of that was the game plan to kind of limit the opportunities for the other guy, but Haney let his hands go more than that. Like, this is interesting. Like, I need another fight to see if this is Haney or is this just him shaking back, right? I'm a fair person. I want to see if he's shaking back, right? I want to see if he's shaking back. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's all. And do y'all feel like the next fight is Ryan Garcia for him? Better not fight Ryan or Rolly. Yeah, man. Even Rolly look dangerous right now. After what I've seen from Ryan, you think you should fight him? Ryan, y'all gotta keep in mind. We're gonna get to that. Norman Jr. versus Rolly. What you think? I think Rolly will get stopped. I think he gets stopped. Be interesting though. I think he gets stopped. I believe in Brian Norman's ability. Osterine boys ass. Haney was clan in the building. Yeah, so y'all think Haney was shell shocked? So yeah, talk to me. Haney's clan. Ellie Segback and crying the car. Haney dub. Hey, so what y'all think? Y'all think the next fight up is Ryan? Y'all think you should go full steam ahead? I see Hennessy planning the rematch already messed up. Today's fight is way too safe for the sake of the bag. Yeah. I mean, but we could say that. Shout out to Hennessy. I'm glad you said that, bro. That could be a possibility, right? Could he have preserved himself for the bigger fight? Is that a possibility? Because we considering all things. We ain't trying to shit on him here. Could he have kind of conserved himself a bit and fought conservative just so he didn't make mistakes so he could get to that next fight? Y'all get me? Is that a possibility? It's possible. But fighting safe, I mean, shit. You gotta fight smart against Ryan, man. It's tough. I got y'all, man. Y'all gotta talk to me, man. John Wick said, ain't even look relaxed. Throw punch. He was on point and accurate. Yeah, it's like when he let his hands go, he landed, right? He was tagging him. He was tagging Ramirez. He got some good right hands in, some good jabs. It just wasn't nothing consistent. I thought it was going to be a lot more consistent. Cooking with Serge Senior. What it do, man? Big Rolo was on it, bro. Y'all smash that like button, man. Sub to the channel. Don't, baby girl say, don't hesitate to What she say, man? 29 months being a member. That's a long time.
And we ain't never got a box
That
again.
is a long.
Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to Big Rolo was on it. Ghetto Fab was good with it. Times Square Energy was mid. Big Dog was good, bro.
Hey, Just do I disagree with you? With the no, I can't let you go on like that. I wait until the Hales clan get on here so they can speak their piece. But yeah, I can't. I disagree with you.
Yeah. What you disagree about, Big Dog? Talk to
No, I let Frequent Flyer go. This is his shit, so I'll let him go before me.
Well, I wanted to hear what you was about to say too, Big Dog Willie.
I mean, I don't even want to say anything about the drugs, but there's a telling difference. Like Devin, yes, he looked bad, but he looked like he's trying to string some shit together. Looked like he was actually trying to figure things out with his. But Ryan did the same old shit that he did before, and he didn't look good against somebody who was just the same size as him. And not like you fighting somebody. You know, I know people can get mad, but he didn't fight nobody who was skilled. That dude just had a big ass hook and caught him, and Ryan got shell shocked. And I don't think Ryan has zero defense. And like I said, all Devin had to do, and last year instead of trying to go up with Ryan, go face to face with Ryan or toe to toe with Ryan, was outbox him.
Right.
And that's still what he needs to do. And I don't think him fighting Ryan is a big detriment or is scare tactic for me. I just can't do it. I can't fall into what you're saying. Ryan fights one way, and now we all know that.
Ryan, yeah. But Rolly got a missing ingredient. Well, it's an ingredient missing with Haney, far as like he don't present that level of danger that Rolly did. And if Rolly checked him early too, and it was interesting to see it happen that way because you was able to see him be a bit tame. He was gun shy. He didn't want to throw no combination after that. He wasn't brave no more. Rolly simmered his ass down. With Haney, I think he could still hurt him because he obviously did when they fought. But the level of danger is not present the way it is with Rolly. That's why we seen what we seen tonight. And I know people gonna go the Osterine route. I ain't arguing nobody down. Like I said, I know some shit about Ryan and he bogus. So I'm gonna just leave that there. But he looked like shit. He like shit. He got outboxed by Rolly. He did all that trash talking. And I don't think it was a big difference in his physique. I know, listen, way before he ever popped for anything, he always had a left hook. I think that was genuine, but I think even Rolly took that away from him, which was interesting. I don't think nobody's seen this, but he checked his chin early. That shit tamed him, man. That's what you seen from Rolly tonight with Devin. That element is present. He got to land the right kind of shot. Rolly.
I seen him take punches like that before. No. What it is
Ryan got dropped before though.
Yeah, you can't blame it on that. I just think
he got dropped by a smaller man, but he was able to capitalize on that smaller man. Rolly is a fucking full blown middleweight up in there. That motherfucker crap.
I agree. I agree with what you were saying though, Just. I think Ryan, he got gun shy because Rolly hit him and checked him early, and he basically took that left hook away from him. So Ryan, that's all Ryan really got. And his jab,
away from him.
That was all he really had,
And you gotta think, everybody dangerous in them first 3 to 4 rounds. What round did he catch Ryan? Second. And he caught him twice. He caught him, he caught him double time on the way down. You get when he caught him when he was on the way down. So you never seen Ryan fight that hesitant. You never seen it.
His whole energy changed, right?
Tank Davis, bro. He didn't even do that. And he ran early. He ran into one early with Tank 2 in the second round, I believe. But I think Rolly really punched, bro. And how do I know that? Tank Davis said it, and everybody else that get in there said that dude really strong. He came up weight it's a chance he could have been strong. He said he was drained in this fight, that fight, came up some more. He looked extremely chiseled. His back was big as hell, ripped up. He hit Ryan early, and he didn't let him get into the fight. That's the thing. That's why they tell you don't get caught cold. That's why I respect my guy, because he know better. The first 3 to 4 rounds, guys out there punching, they fresh. You ain't even work up no sweat yet, none of that. You just get laid on your damn back in the corner. You was never the same after. It was easy to see. I was like, oh shit, he Rolly tamed you. He clipped you and tamed you, and you.
But that's the thing about it. This is why the thing, same thing happened to Devin, and Devin. This is why I want to say the same thing happened to Devin, and Devin was messed up from round 2 all the way to round 12. That happened to Devin. If Devin still can box, Devin still can box Ryan at that point. Ryan was done.
Yeah,
Ryan was done.
What helped Devin be able to box, what you mentioned in his, remember Ryan, what kind of shape he was in? Piss poor. Dude had to
I can't see.
Ryan can't box though. He don't got no boxing to fall back on.
Just do. You have to look at it. Ryan, Devin, no, he can't box like.
Anytime you get outboxed by Rolly, you can't box, bro.
I mean, it's tough to say, that because it's like he got caught. None of us for the most part went into that fight feeling like Rolly was a better boxer than Ryan. Nobody felt that. I'm telling you, he got chin checked early. That I know a hesitant fighter when I see one. Ryan is brave. That's one of his best qualities. Rolly stripped him of that shit tonight by checking him very early. He did not. When you ever see Ryan just primarily throwing a jab, show me the fight. Go point to it. Show me it. Not even against Tank. That dude got cracked early. He did not want to get hit. Every time Rolly went on the offensive, if Rolly was a more offensive guy, he could have got a knockout tonight. Every time he charged Ryan, he'd just shell up. He don't have defensive moves. Like, only thing he knows is how to shell up. He'll turn his body on an awkward angle, and then he'll reach out and just grab. He didn't know what to do. I'm telling you,
he's not a good boxer.
He's not a good boxer, bro.
He's not a good boxer. That's the reason why.
Yeah, that's a part of boxing, man.
Rolly neutralizing.
That punch don't land that early. You see a much different Ryan Garcia, bro. You see him taking.
You just gonna see him throwing a bunch of left hooks, though.
He wouldn't even throw the left hook after a while. He stopped. Tell me, if Ryan Garcia is not throwing the left hook, something is wrong. The hell with just boxing. That's his money punch. He didn't even want to go to it after a while.
When he was throwing it, Rolly was catching it and making them pay.
Mm-hmm.
They was smothering it too. That's why
Didn't I tell y'all was sleeping on that sparring? He ducked under a couple of them left hands in that sparring. He did this shit in an actual fight and knocked his ass down and took the fight from him, bro. I think the same thing would have happened if Ryan would have landed first. Ryan would have landed first. Rolly would have spent the rest of that fight being cautious. He got.
I think Rolly goes out on his shield. I don't. Yeah, Rolly goes out on his shield. I just can't see. I think just what you're missing is he got caught and couldn't box himself out of it. At least Devin tried to.
Hey, big dog. You was on the panel with us late last night, right? With me and paid in full.
Oh yeah, I was wrong. I am dead wrong. I was dead wrong.
You remember what we said though? Me and Paid called this, man. We said Rolly might be able to get in close, smother Ryan punches, take away that left hand and get up under it and do like he did in the sparring. And that looked like exactly what happened, yo. Yeah. But I'm shocked by it because I didn't expect him to do it.
Yeah, shout out to J Bean. No Ostarine, no super carb, no body amino equals AC.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your Jusdueboxing.
And y'all know they gonna blame Derek James, and that's what he get for training the cheater.
Mm-hmm. You can't blame Derek though, man, because Derek was giving him sound instructions, man.
Yeah, they gonna put it on him though.
Yeah, Ryan was just like on some space cadet and shit,
exactly, because for nothing. He just unstable, man. It's like you try to just go recruit Derek James again out of nowhere, and now he on the hook for your mess up. No, You got your shit rocked early, and everything Derek James said to you was background noise. When I say everything, I mean everything. I listened closely. That's why I didn't want to call the fights, and I wanted to hear exactly what the hell he was saying. He giving this dude instruction. Ryan just sitting there like none of that shit. Not one time did he attempt to really implement what he was being told to me. He continued to fight the same way every round. I'm like, bro, he's getting outworked by Rolly. He getting outboxed. You won't throw punches. Yeah, that's what that was. You didn't want to get caught again. You just didn't want to get caught.
He got neutralized. Rolly neutralized the fuck out of him. I never thought I hear myself saying this, but that man neutralized Ryan, man. He had Ryan out there looking like a pedestrian.
I think you guys are giving Ryan way too much credit, man. I really think you guys are giving him way too much credit.
Yeah, without Osterine, he nothing, bro. He nothing.
Who would you say was the better boxer before the fight? You get what I'm saying? But
no,
I
thought he could box better. He didn't. He can't box.
I believe.
He would box himself. Rolly's not that great of a fighter. He's not that great of a boxer. He don't have no defense either.
What Rolly did tonight, it wasn't particularly special. It just he had the moment first. He got his moment first, and that shit changed the fight to me. I've seen that shit so many times in fights where guys get hurt and don't recover right, don't respond right. Now he just basically fighting off instinct. That's what that looked like. Every time.
But you think Ryan was hurt?
Ryan was hurt. Ryan was hurt.
Ryan got checked.
Ryan got blasted. He was hurt.
I thought it was Ryan's heart, man. I thought it was his heart. You know, Ryan don't got no heart. When
that's what happens. When you get checked, your heart go with it.
Ryan got blasted. He got blasted.
That shit took something out of him. I believe that. I mean, look, it's okay to see something different.
But so did Devin got blasted too, and Devin still boxed.
That's what I've seen, right?
That's the difference. Because Devin got blasted and Devin still boxed.
Luke Campbell hit him.
By who? Ramirez?
I seen him get.
No, we're talking about Ryan last year
and fight back more than
that. Oh yeah, but he had Osterine in the system.
No, but what I'm saying
didn't seem the same.
I think just dudes talking.
He was unwilling to take the chances to put him in position to win that fight. I seen it. I'm like, bro, you got the shots right there. You won't take them. You had right hands available. Rolly ain't no damn defensive wizard. You not taking the shots. It's the only reason he in the fight, because you standing in front of him. You allowing this dude to dictate the pace at times. I'm like, bro, this is clearly something wrong with you. And you worried about getting cracked again because you know he could put you out. Ryan, man, I gotta give it to him. His ass be climbing up off that canvas, man. He be getting put on the ground. He climbed, but tonight, I'm telling you, he got caught cold. Second round, he ain't get to warm up at all. That dude was dry as shit, and then he never worked himself back into the fight. He spent the rest of the fight worrying about that if that shot get in there again. Because I'm telling you, who thinks he would have got up again? I don't. And then in the back of his mind, I think he thought that too. If that dude hit me like that again, I might not get up. I'm telling you, as the fight going, the rounds are going. Hell no, you let that dude hit you one more time like that and he put you on your back, that might be curtains, man. I just felt like he fought in a way where he knew that was possible. And it's crazy because Ryan is brave, right? He know that Rolly is strong. He sparred him. He seen him fight. He know he can punch. He bet on him, right? Remember, he bet on him. But the fact that he put that shit on his mind very early, you are not fuck your left hook. I'm about to catch you. And I think he caught him with a left. You get what I'm saying? So he put that shit on his mind early, and it's like he neutralized it. He made it a non-factor. And I think as the left hands didn't land, and with him getting dropped, his confidence went with it. And you just had a tame version of Ryan Garcia standing in front of Rolly, while Rolly just picked his shots, stabbed to the body, looked awkward at times. I'm like, look at this shit. I just didn't see it coming. Shout out to J Bean. He said, shout out to Rolly, man. Doghouse rules 2 times.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Rolly spell elite, bro.
Now Rolly got that awkwardness. He got that explosive awkward explosiveness too. Yeah. I think in that kind of it really had Ryan timid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that shit crazy, man. And I think fights are all about confidence too, man. Ryan, if you see him in the past, he thrives off that shit. The success he start to have, he gets more and more confident. And that's why I keep highlighting the knockdown, because I think the timing of it was very significant. It didn't allow you to settle in, build no confidence. He just let you know very early, oh shit, damn, this dude, he punching like that. Now you worried about trying to avoid it. By the time you start to try to even kick in your game plan, he comfortable and he's still dangerous because you ain't put nothing on his mind to even make him second guess nothing he was doing. But he's very lucky Rolly ain't a more offensive minded guy. And maybe this is Rolly after a knockout. Because if this was the regular, you know, just balls to the wall Rolly, he probably would have walked out of here with a stoppage tonight, man. Ryan Garcia did not look good. He didn't perform well. This ain't on Derrick James. He can't fight for him. He could only tell him what to do. And I'm willing to bet anything if he'd have listened, if he'd have implemented just a bit of 20%, 10% of what he was telling him, this fight looks totally different. I specifically listened whenever they would go to the corner, what he was saying and what Ryan was coming out and doing. And I'm like, at this point, it's you're mute. It's like it's background noise. He just in the arena right now. He just surviving, and it's crazy. He's surviving Rolly. It's that early, but that's what that was. That was a survival fight. Ryan was trying to make it to the make it home. That shit crazy, man. I ain't see this at all. You gotta love boxing, man. So as much as they feel like it's Haney, he won his fight. So if they don't fight next, then who would that be on? You think, man? At one point in the fight, they panned the camera to Turkey, bro. I seen him down there. His body language, he looked so like the air taken out of him. I seen him look like he was texting, bro. I said, yeah, right now he texting somebody right now. You know, rematch off. I'm no longer interested. Right now, we're gonna do Rolly and Teofimo.
Yeah, I definitely think the rematch should be off, bro. It's a waste of time at this point.
Yeah, the rematch needs to. They need some fights between them now.
So where y'all think they go now? Y'all think the rematch is the next fight still after Ryan?
It might be,
hell no.
I think they should.
No.
It might be. Should though, man. That's the biggest money fight for either one of them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know. I
think
think after these performances tonight, I think a lot of that went out the window. To be honest with you,
I think Haney need to get that back.
Of course he needs to get it back. But we're talking about the popularity and the sell of the fight. I think that's gone. I think that's gone.
No,
Ryan lost the fight to Rolly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ryan lost to Rolly.
Yeah.
Facts. I think Devin need to fight Rolly or something.
No.
That's a waste of time.
That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time.
No, it's not a waste of time because right now it's not a waste of time because right now Rolly got that secondary belt, so Rolly can fight Boots. So Devin need to be the one trying to fight
Rolly's
Boots.
not gonna fight Boots. If Rolly fight Boots,
everybody need to stay away from Boots.
Come on, bro. We need to protecting these fighters, bro. We want to see the fights, bro.
Man. I'm just saying. Not that I'm not gonna watch it because it will be fun and shit. Because you know, who's gonna play with the boys?
We want to see the fight. We want to see who the best, bro. So he need to fight. Try to get that belt from Rolly.
I seen what I seen, and the motherfuckers ain't got no business in there with Boots, man. Rolly, maybe
they got
probably last a couple rounds.
Okay. Handles clans. Come on now, stop it now.
Wait, hold on.
I was trying to help you guys out.
Though, right?
No, I was trying to help you guys out, but when you talk about Boots, now you need to slow down.
Cornelius, what's good, bro?
Bro, they at 147, bro.
I know, but when you're talking about Devin fighting Boots, you need to slow down.
Nah, that's all the way. That's for people.
They didn't look good at 147, man, for their debut and shit, man. Neither one of them.
I didn't think
Haney ain't got enough pop. I mean, Haney did what he's supposed to do this fight. I give it to him. Shit. He boxed like he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? To secure the win. Yeah. But he has no pop. I mean, it's just I don't see him doing anything, man, against any of the top level 147 pounders, man. He's not. He fought Ramirez.
It don't matter what we think, though. We didn't think that Rolly was going to beat Ryan Garcia either. And look how wrong we were.
You got a point there.
I mean, Frequent Flyer, do you really think that Devin had the chance of Boots?
What difference do it make, bro? We want to see the fights, bro. We want to see you the best.
From that angle, frequent, I definitely respect it because you like, regardless of what it looked like to people, you still would want to watch it, and I just gotta respect that. I think that do make you a real supporter of his. But I just feel like for me, you just keep building, bro. Like, it ain't gotta be no rush. You doing this shit on your terms. You won this fight on your terms. You did it your way. Who cares? They gonna talk that boring shit. We're not trying to hear it. The goal was to win. That's what he did.
Exactly.
That's the best thing that he could have did tonight was secure the win. And I'm gonna leave some room for the possibility that he didn't want to take a whole lot of chances just in case. Wanted to fight a little bit more safe because they done planned ahead, because you trying to get your way to this rematch. It's very possible. Then there's the possibility that you still dealing with the after effects of Ryan Garcia. So if I'm him, the only way I take that rematch if you got to, bro, because I just don't know if that's the next fight. I know Ryan looks shitty too, though. But again,
I think low key.
You. And I said that people was disregarding the fact that they spar. I know it was a long time ago, but didn't that fight play out like some people that knew each other? Didn't it? I understand. Right?
Sure did.
That's the biggest element to the fight, and why I look that way. That and that knockdown, that early knockdown, just changed shit. He know Rolly could hurt him. He know it. He sparred him. He bust his nose up. He had Ryan looking shitty as hell, man. Then beat him up. I haven't heard the stories. He beat him up a couple times in sparring. So I'm thinking that shit's still on his mind too. Clocked his ass. He like, man, damn. Just reminiscing of that sparring session. He's on my ass. I'm telling you, Rolly.
I got a question for the panel.
Hold on, let me say this before you ask the question. Speaking on the Devin fight, man, before the fight went down, everybody was talking about, Devin being susceptible to the left hook. He's going to get countered off the jab and talking about his jab wasn't fixed and all of that. And so naturally, if Devin is planning to fight Ryan and he's trying to get himself used to be having a counter for what Ryan was doing, then Ryan, if you think about it, Ryan was trying to catch him off the jab. He was trying to throw that left hook over the jab or counter Devin with that left hook. So Devin throwing less punches takes that away. Him not extending, on his jab takes that away too. And that's basically what he was doing. He wasn't overextending no more with the jab. And so, he had a different distance that he had to deal with, with his jab.
No,
so he wasn't throwing it as much.
Devin came in with last year. Devin came with a bad game plan. And that's
how that was a bad game plan. He won.
No.
Last year.
Yeah.
When you fought Ryan. That was a bad game plan.
Fighting a smart fight. I expected him to take more chances. I'll say that against Ramirez, but Ryan Garcia. Now that's the thing. If you fight this kind of fight against Ryan Garcia and beat him, people can't trip because of what happened in the first one. You gave that type of fight to him already. Fuck all of that. You could call me boring. I gotta go win. So if he got a game plan that he could put together and go beat that guy, go beat him. I'm still rooting for him to win. I just think it's a very dangerous fight, even seeing how poorly Ryan performed tonight because of the factors that are at play. But listen, make no mistake, I will still be rooting for him. They fighting in October. I'm rooting for him the whole way. I'm not rooting for Ryan, bro. Like I'm telling you, it's very tense.
This fight right here against Ramirez.
I can't root for nobody like that. It's hard. It's very hard to root for somebody like that.
The fight was supposed to have been preparing for that though, right? So he should be practicing what he going to do when he get in there with Ryan.
That makes sense because he could have won that fight last year if he would have stuck to his game plan, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to tell you, just dude. He didn't. Ryan is a come forward, throw left. He missed with the left. He throws the right hand. It's just that's what he does. He has zero defense. We seen that tonight. Zero defense. And he can't box like you guys think he can box. He can't box that well.
Yeah, he's not creative defensively, and he don't fight well going back. That was the problem. Rolly was pushing him back. He wasn't pushing Rolly back. You get what I'm saying? And that was a big issue too. Ryan don't fight backing up. Not for the majority of the fight. Maybe you'll be able to do it in spots, land some shots, do some shit here or there, but you can't be consistently being pushed on the back foot.
Did Devin keep it boring?
Because, like you said, bro, he'd come forward guy, not no fighting off the back type fighter. His athleticism don't extend to that. He don't have that quality. He can't do that.
No,
Hey,
that's
Big Dog Willie, you being a Shakur fan, you shouldn't be subscribing to this boring talk, bro. It's boxing, bro.
no. You don't. No. You didn't let me
But
finish.
Dev was bored as fuck tonight, man. I'm not gonna front.
What I was trying to say
Shakur
is
fighting the pocket.
Because he
what I'm
ain't
trying
get
to say
caught
is
with the
Devin
left
being
hook. He was
boring.
boring.
No,
Yeah, I know.
let me finish what I'm saying. Devin being boring. What you guys say about Shakur? That what I was trying to bring together. But what does Shakur do if he's so boring? What does he do? He catches W's, right? He gets W's.
I don't agree with the boring talk, bro.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm just saying he gets W's all the time.
Yeah.
So if he's so boring, he gets W's. I said, Devin needs. Well, I'm trying to say Devin needs to be boring against Ryan Garcia, and wins a fight handily. He needs to be boring against Ryan Garcia. I'm using what other people say. I'm not saying. I don't think Devin or Shakur is that boring. I think the people out there want to see fucking Rocky fights, and they don't know the difference. But that's why I'm using other people's concept. I'm using the masses concept. If they need to be boring, then let them be boring. But they get what W's. And tonight,
that's what
I don't want to see Devin fight Ryan no more. It's done.
Why, bro?
Why
you
not?
just said he could beat him.
Do you not hearing anything what anybody's saying? You say you want to get that get back. That's his get back right there.
Nah, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What's wrong with you? Well, you're Haney's clan. What's wrong with you?
I don't think you a
bro.
Devin Haney fan.
He trash, bro. He trash without the Ostarine, bro. He messed up the bag. Turkey not going to let that fight happen now. I bet you he pull that off the table, bro.
But I think it's still a big fight. It's still a big enough fight.
You see Turkey face, bro?
Bro. Teofimo, Rolly. Teofimo and Rolly.
They was trying to figure out a way to cheat Rolly. That's what they really was.
You know they going in right now. They going in on Ryan, talking about the Ostarine, and Teofimo said Devin Haney looked like shit. Shannon the Cannon said they was horrible. Man, they going in. Teofimo came out here and performed. Now he talking shit. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, Teo stood up, bro.
Who thought Teofimo and Rolly was gonna have the last laughs tonight, though? And we knew Haney was gonna stand up. I did. I knew Ramirez wasn't beating him.
But Teofimo was fighting at 140 though, right?
Yeah.
His weight. Yeah, that's his weight.
yeah. So him and Rolly don't make sense now.
Bro,
I think
just beat Ryan Garcia, y'all. What the hell is going on right now?
Yeah, Rolly. I don't know.
What's a big upset? This fight or the Lamont versus Tank? Which one's a big upset?
Oh, this is bigger than Lamont versus Tank because nobody.
This is a big upset.
Tank took a knee on his own, bro. He didn't. He the knockdown was by him.
Yeah.
He didn't get knocked
this
down.
Is way bigger because Tank didn't lose.
I agree.
Lobby Ryan lost.
Himself. Yeah, he finito. He need to pack it in, man. He's just gonna be a good B-side fighter. Maybe getting good checks. Maybe for the rest of his career. I don't see him winning no more significant fights. I've seen it enough times. Shout out to Heavy. How you feeling, Queen? Rolly was ready. I bet on Rolly. Yeah, Rolly was prepared, man. Rolly was patient, and he caught Ryan early before he could settle into a fight. And I think he changed the landscape of
Ryan might be the
howdy to the Queen. Heavy.
Wait,
Ryan might be the Derek Chisora.
Haney say that he willing to go up to 143 and fight Devin?
Who?
Richardson Hitchens. He said he willing to go up to 143, didn't he?
Yeah, Hitchens.
Yeah, he just running his mouth right now.
That's a good fight. I would want to see that fight.
He's running their mouth. They're running their mouth. Nobody's trying to.
What to do? Yeah, it was a good night of boxing. Garcia got shell shocked early. Got caught early by the power of Rolly Romero. And like I said, I'm pretty confident to say that if it was Ryan that would have caught Rolly and sat him on his back pockets, I think he would have fought the same way.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, they fight exactly the same.
That kind of power is either you or me. And Rolly said, "The hell with all that. I got to get you." And
the fight that everybody thought was the short shot was the one that was the upset.
Telling you now, that shit happened right later in the fight. Maybe it's a different situation. Who knows? But just that early, it just took something up out of him, man. He just was like he reduced him to a single punch fighter. For real, for real. He already do that, but he was unwilling to really punch in any kind of combination that would create
But
any
but
real
just dude, this is my only thing I need to ask you about this.
single
If he could
shot.
box,
He was blocking
if
him.
Ryan Garcia could box,
I said, bro, these fighters are not as bad as what people make it seem like they are. I'm telling you, because it's a lot of people that ain't been able to get away from that damn hook. And shit, like I said, Luke, cool hand Luke put his ass down. He got up and finished Luke with a body shot.
I think it was a lot of people who was facing Ryan with that ostarine in the system too, though, bro.
Hey man, I like I said, man, the shit that I know, man, I ain't arguing nothing about Ostarine. I just think he got a lot to prove now because he set himself up for this. So you think I'm gonna argue that people saying because he ain't got the Ostarine, he look different? Hey, that's on him. I don't give a damn. I wasn't rooting for him tonight. You know what I mean? I wasn't really rooting against him because I was hoping to see the rematch. But
y'all think they should run it back, Rolly and Ryan?
That
No,
loss,
hell no.
I wonder would they try to do that. That loss, man, that might have.
no, I'm not trying to see that fight again.
That
I'm not
did
trying to see
mess
that
up the
fight.
bag.
No,
It
they
messed
might
up
they might
everything.
run that back.
You
They
best
might run
believe
that back.
cancel that. I'm no longer interested. We're doing Timalifu and
Team Elite Food.
I'm telling you, yeah.
I'm done with Ryan. Ryan Garcia's 15 minutes of fame is done. I just, it's the only fight he has left is Devin. That's the only fight I want to see him in.
His karma, man.
But hear me out right here. Hear me out right here.
Nah.
Do y'all think that the fact that what I'm saying that the Haney fight was already signed, you think that might have played a someone? I'm not trying to give Ryan a pass or anything. You think might have played a role in him?
Yes, because
like
you just
not taking any chances.
Like that, right? Now we can see if you're a prospect and they plan your next couple of fights because you fighting a certain level of competition that you expect you should be expected to beat, right? But in this case, at the level where they performing at, planning ahead is very dangerous. And I did a live on it. I kept saying it, upset alert. I kept asking the people which fight y'all think would an upset happen, but more people was leaning towards Teo and Barbosa, and for good reason. I understood, but ultimately, I always said Teo was gonna beat him. I'm rooting for Barbosa. Teo gonna beat him. Speed, athleticism was too much. That's exactly what I thought. I did still think that Barbosa was gonna put up a better fight, but he fought at the wrong range all night and was unable to make any necessary adjustment to make the fight any different. So he lost every round the same way, just letting Teo be Teo, dance around, pick his shots, showboat, feel good, settle into a rhythm. I was like, see, that's it. Rhythm is very important in sports, man, in boxing especially, man. Let that dude get into his bag, and it was like his confidence is on another level. Now he's not even worried about what the hell you doing. They don't even care because he like, yo, I got him. Then his dad started telling him, it was like round 5 or 6. I think his dad was like, see, I told you, we got him. I was like, yeah, y'all do. I got him.
NHA, what was you about to ask us?
I don't want to say he done, but that's not Haney before Ryan Garcia to me. I think that's fair to say. I don't want to say he done because he won, right? So he ain't done. But is he done at the level he was at? That's the question. And I'm not, again, I don't want to write him off yet, but it's some shit to consider. You know what I mean? Safety first. And I said that maybe that's what his intent was. Like, so much so that it impacted his offensive output. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he was in his own head. He fought such a clean fight that he just didn't take the necessary chances, right, to make people feel like that's still him. But you never know, man.
I think that probably was part of the plan that him and Shane Mosley came up with, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, I can't shit on it yet because it's about bringing the right tools, and that's what he did. I can see if he fought this way and was struggling with him. I can't say he struggled tonight, but you can say
he only lost one round.
We need.
Yeah, I couldn't even find a round to give Ramirez. Honestly, man, I just gave draws on 2 rounds.
It is what it is. We'll see, though, man. I ain't counting him out, though. I'm still reserving judgment, but I just think that's a very risky fight if it's next. And for both,
Yeah.
let me say that for both of
For both.
different reasons.
Because I think Haney could get him the next fight, and if he just fights, a small fight.
Look like shit now. That could be it. And then Haney, you know, obviously people feel like you ain't all the way back yet, right? So there's that. So there you go. It's risky for both now because ain't no way
Ryan got to build himself back up, bro.
Just lost. He just got beat by Rolly, and I don't give a damn. Rolly still ain't a better boxer than Devin and me. You get me? So hell with
Not
it.
by a long shot.
The equalizer. So you know.
See, my thing is, I think Ryan. I mean, Rolly definitely checked that chin, and shit, you know what I'm saying, and it made Ryan even more hesitant to take a chance because he to just try to blow it, in fear of blowing that bag with the rematch.
Right.
So it was like, okay, I'm not gonna take no chances. I'm just gonna play it safe and shit. You know what I'm saying? And as the fight went on, Rolly was getting more confident in him saying, and then that kind of like depleted Ryan even more shit. So on the onset, I think Ryan just tried to play the stuff. After he got checked, he's like, all right, we just temper down and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just play this shit safe. Jab. Because it was jab. The jab was working. He just using, capitalizing off the jab.
It's just that it was the only punch it seemed like he was comfortable throwing, and even that at some time looked a little. I was like, yo, you're really worried about getting caught again. I can clearly see this. Your approach has changed. Like you're a very brave guy. That's what makes you Ryan Garcia. You'll get in there and take your chances, and you're gonna throw your left hook. If a guy stops doing that, I know he's done something. I know he's done something to neutralize that. Ain't no way Ryan gets in there and don't do the one weapon that you know is truly dangerous. He ain't gonna use it. Nah. I was like, yeah, man, that's what getting tamed look like, bro. That's what I call that. It's getting tamed. You see it a lot. Canelo do it to fighters. He won't knock you out, he'll drop you. He'll let you know it's there. Like, and he'll keep that on your mind. You like, oh, that dude could drop me, he could knock me out. And he kind of tame you. Now you're not really throwing punches. It's very similar to what Ryan was doing. He reduced you to a one-handed fighter. I've never seen Ryan. He's not the kind of boxer that win fights with just a jab. So to see him doing just that, I knew something was wrong. I'm like, yeah, okay. You ain't comfortable really, shooting that left hook like that. And you ain't confident enough that he won't catch you again. That's what I'm saying. And that's what happened, especially the fact that it caught you so early. I'm telling you, it's different. You build some confidence and you say he was winning, boxing Rolly and having success and then get caught. It's a little different. But he catch you before you can even get going. It's like, oh shit, I might have now you in your mind, you feel like you gotta change something up. You get me? Had you go to plan B in round 2, like you like, oh shit. I ain't think we was gonna have to go to plan B this early. So it's a lot of shit to consider. Teach was good with it. Only 2 guys on YouTube picked Rolly to win. Yeah, it was very, very few people that did that, if any. I think my brother silly ass said he put it on a ticket for Rolly to win.
Ray Davis was saying that too. Ray Davis was harping on him winning too.
Yeah, I think whenever I've seen a guy get counted out in a big way, but has something about him that could change a fight, these type of outcomes are possible, right? So many people just dismiss the fact that he would even win this fight, but I remember saying it, and I really wish I could remember timestamps and when I said it. I kept asking, like, yo, what if he land one? Kept saying, what if Big Rolo land one? I'm laughing and shit. People think you joking.
Landed 2.
Like, nah, seriously, because we ain't talking about that enough. What if he land one? And then we got our what if. Landed that joint early.
Rolly hit him with an Easter egg.
Sit your ass. I said,
the Easter egg with the and the basket.
Ryan, man. Ryan ass was like, man, what the hell? You could look at his face. He like, damn, that wasn't supposed to happen. I thought he was gonna get him for a second, but he lucky again. Rolly was very respectful of Ryan's power, even though he dropped him. That's how you could tell those dudes can punch. And he knew the speed. I thought at some point would play more of a factor and play in Ryan's favor, and it didn't. That was interesting. That was interesting to see. Like I really thought at some point, because Ryan really got some speed, and I'm telling you, that's what bothered Devin. It wasn't just power; it was the combination of the two, the speed and the power. With Rolly, nah, he fucking neutralizes dude. It's crazy. You never know. Let me find out. Ishmael Silas had Rolly on some shit. He got that knockdown. Just stayed patient, yo. Picked his shots and boxed. Yo. Let me find out Big Rolo got skills.
Yeah, man, he controlled the pace, man. From the second round on, that man controlled the pace of the fight.
Yeah, we gotta get a trainer a little bit of credit too. He had Rolly fighting different out there.
Yeah. Ishmael Silas had Rolly looking together. You know what I'm saying? He looked together. He looked like he believed.
Taking his time.
He stuck to it. He ain't panicked. He was very patient, poised throughout this fight. He attacked in some really good spots. I think he left some on the table though, but that's to be expected, especially when you got a guy like Ryan that's pretty much always dangerous. But I don't think Rolly realized how much he changed the duration of the fight with that shot. I think that changed a whole lot. And I don't think he really anticipated that. So it's credit to him for staying aware and not being so careless that he gave that same shot back up. And you know, because that's tricky. You know what I mean? Say Ryan catch you, and you know what I mean, and you don't recover, because everybody went into this fight talking about Rolly chin and his punch resistance, and they even got to the point I seen a couple of people taking shots at his power. Like people keep talking about his power. He ain't had a knockout since 2021 or whatever. And I'm like, yo, it's not a lack of power is why he don't get knockouts. It's how he put it together is why he might not get a knockout. You seen it tonight. It's not like he fought so bad, but if he put his punches together better, then yeah, he would create more knockouts, because he's very heavy-handed. You know what I'm saying? Very heavy-handed dude. You can see that shit. So I mean, Rolly is a legit some level. He presents a certain level of danger and threat every time he in the ring, because when he upright, if he land one of them wild ass punches, it could be a problem.
Now his power, comparatively speaking to like Devin, Devin fucking Ryan, definitely carried at 147. Man. He looked like the real 147 pounder and shit out of all the fighters we've seen on the card.
Yeah.
So
Tony was good with it, yeah. That
yeah, it was a good card, man. Can't complain, man.
It just wasn't a home run, but
definitely.
It was a base hit, it might have been a double, you know what I mean? Base hit or something. It wasn't no home run though.
Nah, definitely, man.
Even inside the park,
no home run.
Double at best, Tio performed very well, and Rolly performed better than expected. So I think overall, when you look at it from that perspective, you can give the card a bit more credit. Still, you talking about from an expectation level, maybe it didn't quite hit all marks, but in terms of like, you got the theater of the unexpected tonight. I think that always makes shit fun. And you seen an unsung hero tonight, and Rolly Romero, Big Rolo came out there and put one of them bricks to Ryan Chin early. Big Rolo said, man, I should have known something was up with him, because he cared. He was so unbothered by them promoting the fight, but at the same time, he did feel like it was disrespectful that they was planning ahead, but he was so calm about it. And he went there and executed. He boxed his way to a victory. It's crazy. Nobody could have never that was gonna happen.
You could still fight Haney after I knock your ass out. I think he went in there with a certain level of confidence, and it showed in the ring. And Ryan had so much. I think Ryan ain't Dev, man. They had more to lose coming into the fight. And I think that's probably why we've seen a better performance, from Teofimo than both of them.
Maybe that's possible, Tony. He underperformed. Maybe he overlooked Rolly. It's possible. That really is possible. He thought, man, Isak Cruz, little ass Isak Cruz had him all over the place, man. I'm gonna beat him. I'm telling you. Probably thought he was gonna stop Rolly and everything. Rolly said, hell nah. Hell nah. I got other plans, G. I got other plans, G. Good hell of a win for big man. Gotta give it to him. It's gonna be some more to talk about for tomorrow, I'll tell you that. But overall, a solid card, man. Solid. Was it great? Nah, because you know the fights just wasn't like Tio's did what he did what he was supposed to do. He carried he held up his end of the bargain. He didn't have to get no knockout. That was a clean, convincing win over a top rank. You had the number one ranked guy for the WBO strap, so there's no argument there. Clean work from Tio. On to the next. Devin Haney, he still got some questions that he probably need to answer.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, I don't mind him. I don't mind him jumping into the rematch next. Because I honestly think that's still the biggest fight for him to make, and for the amount of cash. Hopefully, Turkey will do it, but I still I want to see him get back.
I wonder how much the loss mixed with the kind of performance Haney had tonight affects the overall potential of the rematch and how people even see it, if they see it happening, or if they even how they see it playing out, if they do see it happening now, right? Because like I said, now Ryan got another loss on his record. Like I said, man, boxing is the theory of the unexpected. If somebody would have told you in 2025 that Ryan would have had fought Tank, Devin, and Rolly,
right?
Devin and beat Devin. You get what I'm saying? Like that, but it got wiped off. But just think, you get me for a second, he had to win. So anybody could have told you Ryan in 2025 Ryan was gonna have Tank on the resume, Devin Haney, and a Rolly, bro. But a loss to Tank and Rolly. Yeah. Somebody would have told you get the hell out of here. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why you gotta love it. So again,
no, for sure.
Who look more like themselves? Shit, man.
Tio probably any all of them.
Shit, it's tough, man. It's tough. They both still got questions. I think Devin might have answered some of the questions, not all. And I think Ryan left this fight with more questions than he walked into here with. I think it's fair to say. So even if you think Devin doesn't win the rematch with him and Ryan, still might, you just never know. And Rolly is a prime example of you never know. So yeah, Rolly ruined the narratives.
See, my thing is, I don't think Dev fought that much different than how he usually fights. He just did a little more lateral movement because I think he was just trying to play it as safe as possible. You know what I'm saying? To secure that rematch, that bag. Because I think that rematch and the amount of money that they're probably expecting to get, that wasn't gonna be no chump change. So I think that played a factor in how they fought and how they approach, the fights. And with Dev, I'm not gonna say he shit the bed on anything. He fought like how Dev fought, and we gotta also give him some type of leeway because he's coming up in weight. He's fighting bigger guys now, but he was fighting smaller guys similarly. He was just able to to hurt them more or have his way with them. But it was always been like, work off the jab, boom, boom, 1-2, and then tie you up, fight on the back foot. I don't. He didn't really do much different other than just staying on the back foot a little bit more. And I think because he didn't want to take as much, any unnecessary risk, even as wild as that sounds.
That's why I say that could have been in the back of Haney's mind too. Like, yo, I got to get to this next fight. And you just can't say that's not a possibility because he didn't take a lot of punishment. He didn't make a lot of mistakes. He didn't take the same chances that he's known to take. But like I said, that could have been because of that. And that could also be a reason why it's kind of bad to plan ahead because he already know that's right there. So he could have preserved himself to get there. That's very possible. You've
Yeah, and
seen
I agree with that.
similar to like you did you do what you do to win, but you don't necessarily go all out. And you can't tell me that that's Devin Haney going all out. So before I'll say he shot, I'll say I don't feel like he showed you just everything just yet. I don't think he had to. I think they carefully scouted this dude out strategically, should I say, and they knew what he was and what he wasn't. They brought the proper tools for the job, and they got it done in a relatively comfortable manner, right? Even though he didn't look so settled, but man, that'll, maybe next time in the ring, it'll be a bit different for him. So who knows? But I still see Ryan being a very risky fight for him if that's the next fight. But I said there's a bit of risk and danger on the side of Ryan because he totally underperformed tonight. Totally. And nobody's gonna convince me that a guy that Rolly outboxed, never dropped him and hurt him like that, can't be outboxed by Devin Haney. So I'm gonna use Rolly as my crutch to say, look, if Rolly can do it, Devin can do it.
Sure, 100%. I believe Devin can get him and shit.
Devin can go out there, put together a game plan. Yeah, it's gonna be boring. I already know they're gonna complain about that, but so what? As long as that's all that matters. Never look overcoached to me. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe he just was like totally safety first this time. Maybe. Bam fights his ass. Yeah, Bam fights his ass off for sure. But it was a good night, man. It was a solid night of boxing, man. Rolly stole the show with the win. Teofimo performed the best. Devin Haney won. Still think, like I said, there's some questions to ask about him, but I think he answered a few of them, a couple of them, if that's fair. Still some, left something to be desired, but that's boxing. He got the job done. That's his most important, getting your hand raised, not taking a lot of punishment, and being able to move on to that next fight, if it is the next fight. And like I said, we don't know if Rolly upset the plans at all, because Turkey Al-Sheikh definitely didn't look happy about, the way that fight was playing out when they panned the camera to him. Bill sounded calm in the corner, gave him Kid Corona vibes. Oh, yeah, did he? Yeah, he executed his game plan, bro, and he stuck to it. And that's why I say if that's what the plan was, for them to be, more economical with the punches, take less chances to eliminate his opportunities, I could understand that approach completely. So I would still like to hear from Devin and see what he said the idea was and what he was looking to do in there, and if he felt like he should have done more. It's some stuff I want to hear. I want to hear from the fighter. I want to hear from the trainers and stuff. Use your feet all night long. Yeah. Anxious, but I understand you. So, yeah, coming back, the longest layoff of his career. You getting back in there with a guy that was a former unified champion that does have a bit of a good left hook if he landed, right? So it was some stuff there. It was some elements there, but I just think ultimately he didn't have a guy that was capable of landing that shot anymore in his career. Or specifically against him, if you want to say that. And this is like I said, this is like 3 fights I'm thinking in a row for me with Jose Ramirez just not doing it. He's not getting it done. So I don't see him changing his ways, because now he done moved up and nothing has changed. He still just follows you around the ring. He don't let his hands go. He looked like a fighter that had better days. I'll say that. It didn't seem like he was willing to pull the trigger. Right. It's always like that every time, bro. Every time. Looked a bit nervous first round. Shout out to Big Dre. Then did enough to win. Looked tenuous, and it was on the back foot, moving, not being aggressive. Yeah. Yeah, but the only thing was, Big Dre, even though he did, it was like that, Ramirez did even less and landed significantly less. He really couldn't really get a glove on him. Follow guy, get in range, then keep your hands in your pockets. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I feared he do all that work to get there, to get in position, and then you don't pull the trigger. He just, you get me? He just, you know what I mean? Just let it rock. He just let you piece off on him and then let you reset, let you disengage, pull out of range. Then he'll do work. He'll do a bunch of work to get back into position, just not to do nothing again, and let you, you know what I mean? Just let you get off on him. That's Ramirez for you. That's just what he is. Shout out to my dog. Appreciate you. You already know, man. Shout out to NHA too, man. Good cook. I would try tapping in tomorrow. Be live for the Canelo fight. Appreciate the support, homie. Much love, family. Appreciate the color in the chat, my guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just.
Shout out to my dog, man. That's fat camp behavior. Yeah, man. So it's just gonna be interesting to see what these dudes end up at. I didn't believe Ramirez landed any significant punches. Me neither. 2 cents. I didn't see him, and if he did, maybe a couple. I mean, single digits, literally on one hand. He landed like, I think it was Mike Coppinger saying that he kept reiterating the point that Jose Ramirez never landed any punch of significance. You know what I'm saying? And it was multiple rounds in the fight, and it's just like, this dude still ain't land no. He just don't try the same way no more. I don't know. It just don't seem like it's in him. Just don't seem like it's in him. It seemed like he's older than what he is. You know what I'm saying? He performs like a guy that's older than what is he, 32. He don't seem like it, because Canelo older than him, and look how Canelo performed versus Ramirez, right? So he's just like a fighter that, you know, is going to be around and probably make a couple more B-side paydays, but I think his days of being a champion, winning like big fights, significant fights, any upper echelon fights, I don't think that's going to happen. And moving forward, if he wants to win, and this is with all due respect, he's going to have to be very smart with his matchmaking. His team, they can't just put him in fights thinking, oh, yeah, this Jose Ramirez. They can't do that, because he's clearly not that same guy. And I think that's part of being a good team. I think that's part of being a good team, knowing where your guy is at and not being fooled or tricked into believing that he's the guy that he used to be. He's just not. He's not that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think we got the evidence of the multiple fights in a row and losses to show for it. You get what I'm saying? So the performances, and not only just bad performances, losses on top of that. So it's just never a good thing. A lot of mileage, yeah. That's what I think, man. These dudes be boxing since, you know, for so long, since kids, and they put so much wear and tear on their bodies physically, and then you get to a point, you get in a tough fight, you lose the fight, you go away for a while, go get married, kind of get domesticated, you establish family, something else that you care about outside of boxing. You get what I'm saying? And you just all of a sudden you don't see a reason to go all out no more. You get what I'm saying? And that's just what it seemed like. He just cool with just going arounds and just trying to give it his version of whatever he feel like is his all at this point. That's what I see from Ramirez. I like him. Good dude, likable dude, but he just don't seem like he can win at that top level no more. Yeah. A bunch of ways, Big Dre. Translation, he Jojo Diaz now. You stupid Ramirez to go back to Golden Boy stable like Rocha. Yeah. You know, what I question though, Dub, is, you know, not that if he can get the fights, if he'll win them. I just don't know, because I don't think Haney was so super like complex tonight that you just couldn't hit him. Like you're not going to be able to hit a guy that is good defensively, that is aware and conscious of moving and getting away from you, if you only throwing single punches and just wide shots. And he looked slower than he used to be, so just didn't look good. But I like Ramirez. I watch him fight. I just know what to expect from him. At least I know not to think too highly of him, because, you know, he's had better days, like I said. Yeah, Regis versus Ramirez, shit, that might not be a bad fight. Shout out to Heather E. Peace to the queen, man. And much love to everybody, man. This is a dope, nice, good little post-fight build, man. Just good chop up. quick wrap up, man. Fatal Fury, man. I'm not whining about the card. Might be here for Canelo. We might just do a post fight like we did tonight, man. But Rolly, Rolly stole the night. Yeah, that 279 punches ain't it, tunnel vision. That's not Devin Haney performing at his absolute best. I think it's next safe to say that. Boy, what it do, homie? Say it was next for Haney. I mean, they saying from what we know, it was Ryan. It's supposed to be Ryan in October, but now that Ryan lost, and we know Turkey, you know, has changed his mind in the past. Let's see what comes out of this. But other than that, man, I don't know. Barrios got Pacquiao. Norman got Jensen Saki. Boots just fought. That's not even a good fight for him anyway. I don't know. Maybe it's time for him to revisit a Sandor Martin or something like that. I don't know. But we're going to think about it. We're going to talk about it some more too, though, man. You say you think that is Devin now? Yeah. I'll say this, tunnel vision. If that's him now, being that economical with his punch output, Ryan Garcia is a lot more dangerous for him in any other fight at 47. Any other upper echelon fight. That fight too, tunnel vision, because he gonna try. That fight looks like something more makeable, bro. Now, yeah, you might be on to something, tunnel vision. They might need to explore that. They might need to take that. Yeah, man, me too, TD. Me too. I hope it was the year off. Bro. I like the new Rolly. I think Rolly the same, bro. I just think he caught Ryan Garcia early. And he might be a little bit smarter and more patient with Ishmael Salas. That's possible. It's possible. But I think ultimately what did it for Rolly was catching Ryan early. Rolly just watched Ryan and shook up the world. He done broke the internet, TD. He TD, that man, Big Roller, done broke the internet. Big Dre said, I like the new Rolly. Rolly getting new supporters now. Homie Big Drop Dre. That look like strategy to me. With Devin, you mean throwing the low punch output? Could have been, yo. That's why I say I'm leaving room for that possibility. It could have been that. Could have been intentional, and it could have been a safety first approach to make sure he got to that next fight. That's possible. Maybe trainer Bill, not the same. Room for Rolly, but I didn't believe in him. Could have come up. Yeah, man. A lot of people saying that. Hey, man, but I can't blame you, TD, because like I said, bro, if I would have told you, TD, last year or a year or two ago that in 2025 that Ryan Garcia going to lose the Rolly, you would have told me, and I would have bet you would have took that bet. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You would have took that bet. Like, man, Ryan gonna watch Rolly. So they gonna stop Rolly. A lot of people had Rolly getting stopped. I had it in my title for a second. I had to change my title. I seen Rolly drop Ryan. I had to change my title, bro. I said, yeah, that's over with. He ain't stopping him. Alexander said, yo, what was that? Thought Garcia was on point after the Haney fight. Yeah, man, Alexander, you just never know, bro. I think Garcia, like I said earlier, bro, Garcia just got chin checked, and that won the fight for Rolly. To me, Rolly's patient, just picking his shots, and just say Aisha know. Shout out to my girl Aisha. Shout out to the queen Aisha, man. Ryan ironically made Ryan look how I expected Devin to make him look. Right. This shit is crazy, man. Being natural made Ryan look like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can't argue anybody that feels like that, bro. I didn't think Rolly was gonna knock him down. Yeah, I think it was round 2, Alexander, but yeah, still got him early. Yeah, man. That's that unpredictability of Rolly, bro. You just never know. You never know. You never know what to expect. Oh man. He said, yeah, just gave more confidence to the dirty testing performance shot. Yep. Tank told us all Ryan has is a left hook. I mean, shit, man, in that Devin fight, we seen the right hand too. We were seeing right hands and everything. But yeah, Alexander, he got that left hook taken away from him, bro. He got neutralized. Ryan Garcia got neutralized tonight by Rolly. That shit is crazy. Wow, man. If you won money tonight on Rolly, shout out to you. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. Rolly should have mauled his ass like a sparring. Yeah, especially after he dropped him, he should have. Especially after he dropped him. He definitely should have after he dropped him. He took it easy on him after he dropped him. He took a little easy on him. Mm-hmm. Rolly a good dude for real. Yeah, Tank said Rolly has a chance to beat him because of his power. He get knocked out, but he can knock you out too. That's why I said it's either you or him with Rolly. That's why that always makes things dangerous. Telling you this is a prime example of announcing fights ahead of time is just not a good idea. It's not. It's not, bro. It's not. This is crazy, bro. And Rolly Romero, bro, just shook up the world. Beat Ryan Garcia, y'all. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all rocking out with me tonight, man. Another cool little post-fight build, man. Appreciate the support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you sub to the channel. Make sure your notifications on. And we going to keep building, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. We got boxing all weekend, man. And it's crazy because it's Friday at that. It feel like a Saturday because we got this card, but nope. We got more boxing tomorrow. We got more fights to break down. We got more stuff to build on. 2 cents. My God, tunnel vision. Rolly sure did right. Ryan versus Haney. Should been tomorrow in Vegas as the co-main of Canelo versus Cole. That shit would have been something though. But shit, they saying the rematch could have been set for October. But let's see if they still go through with the plans or they Rolly spoiled plans. So we're gonna talk about it more tomorrow. But till then, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. Much love to everybody. Appreciate the support, man. We'll be back tomorrow to build on this boxing. Peace to the fan, man.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. 4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Just Do Boxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Just Do. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his Just Do. Shout out to my brother Just Do, man. Much love and respect.